Hi, I'm Tim Brooks, and this is Katie Brooks. I'll be holding her for the duration of my presentation because she won't stop crying otherwise. I'm doing the SWOT analysis of Southwest Airlines. I'll be going over the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. I'll be touching on internal audiences and external audiences, organizational culture, inhibiting growth, and any potential ethical issues dealing with their communication. So let's jump right into it. Central voice in the head of communications. They have one person that spearheads and runs the show. Their communications sit with their customer care department, the one department that is able to influence the most externally as well as potentially internally. Communication are viewed as an ongoing conversation with the customer. They have a two-pillar strategy of compassion and action, so they want to show that they're doing something while they also bring a human element and their culture to their message constantly. They have multiple departments involved in their communication, so legal, marketing, departments that may need to communicate can communicate. They have an employee-centric focus on their communication. Potential weaknesses. Social media platforms and instant-on communication outpacing existing platforms. Unless Southwest adapts, they could fall behind in their messaging and may become irrelevant. They have a need to be always on 24/7, so there is the potential for them to not respond quick enough as social media develops. The potential loss of profitability. So Southwest has always existed in a time where they have made money. Almost the entirety of their existence, they've been profitable. They've never faced any downtimes that could potentially affect company culture or messaging. And multiple departments contributing to messaging. While I listed this as a strength, I also listed this as a weakness because if those departments come out of sync or there are issues communicating between the departments, that can affect overall external and internal communications. Areas of opportunity, diversifying social media platforms. They could potentially latch onto smaller, more agile, newer and upcoming social media platforms. The use of multiple types of internal communications. So they prefer voice internal communications across the company, but the use of email, instant messaging, other platforms would definitely help internal communications. Injecting more local cultures into the overall environment. So as Southwest as they expand where they fly from, absorbing their cultures, infusing it into their communications and company culture would definitely be an area of opportunity. Maintains a responsive platform as social media grows. They want to continue to evolve and grow with social media so as to maintain their effectiveness. Threats. Mimicking of communications, both internal and external, faking VP accounts, faking CEO accounts, faking Southwest accounts, losing control of the narrative or having to do damage control if a false message goes out is definitely a threat and something they have to watch out for. Messaging needing heavier legal approval, being slower. They need to ensure that they continue to maintain a quick, rapid response with their messaging while they take a more methodical approach to larger scale messaging. This hasn't been an issue as of yet, but it's definitely a threat. The voice of the customer turning negative. Southwest celebrates the stories, the diverse stories that their customers bring to the table. That definitely plays to their favor, but if they had too many negative experiences, you may start to see that shift in the other direction, and it could become like a wave, a social wave that works against them. And lastly, breaking down between departments is also a big threat. If communication breaks down between departments, again, that could hamper internal and external communications. Really, there is nothing that's inhibiting their growth in the future. They maintain a very big company culture. They're very tight on their culture. They're always concerned about it. They're always evolving. They take a very ethical approach to their messaging as well. They really do focus on their employees and their customers, and they value true, direct, and honest communication. Their organizational culture is lighter on the management scale so as to make messaging more effective, and they like to include video messaging that really highlights their culture. So this has been my SWOT analysis. Again, my name is Tim, and this is my daughter, Kathleen. Wishing you a wonderful night. Take care.